Packers' statement win over Commanders. Key takeaways. The Green Bay Packers reinforced their early season momentum with a convincing 27-18 victory over the Washington Commanders. The win moved the Packers to 2-0 on the year, demonstrating both offensive firepower and defensive dominance. Defensive mastery led by Micah Parsons. Parsons may have been credited with only half a sack officially, but his impact went far beyond the stat sheet. He constantly disrupted Washington's backfield and helped force poor decisions by Commanders quarterback Jayden Daniels. Green Bay's pass rush as a whole was overwhelming. 4 sacks on Daniels, and a steady clutch pressure that limited Washington's offensive options. The Packers held Washington to just 230 total yards, 15 first downs, and forced them into 5 of 16 efficiency on third down. The running game was especially stifled, just 51 rushing yards total. Jordan Love and Tucker Kraft powering the offense. Love threw for 292 yards and 2 touchdowns, spreading the ball well. One of the loudest connections was with tight end Tucker Kraft, who caught 6 passes for 124 yards and a touchdown. Kraft was clearly a significant target, especially downfield. Love's decision-making stood out. He didn't throw an interception, extending his streak to 9 straight games without one, tying Aaron Rodgers for the second longest in Packers history since 1950. Green Bay has won 13 of his starts when he keeps the ball out of harm's way. Big plays were plentiful. An early 57-yard completion from Love to Kraft set up scoring, and Malik Heath's 37-yard catch showed that even non-star receivers were delivering. Washington's offensive struggles. The Commanders never seemed to find a rhythm. Daniels was knocked around, receiving little help from his protection or his receivers. Deep throws, 15-plus yards, were especially problematic. Just 1 of 7 attempts connected. Their run game was largely neutralized, to the point that Green Bay's defense made Washington effectively one-dimensional. Washington's mini-successes, a late field goal or a touchdown, were overshadowed by penalties, injuries, and missed chances. For example, missing a 58-yard field goal and being shut out in the red zone until late in the game. Injuries and long-term implications. Green Bay lost Jayden Reed to a shoulder issue in the first quarter. While the team still produced, Reed's availability with his playmaking ability will be something to monitor. On the Washington side, veteran RB Austin Ekeler suffered a non-contact Achilles injury, which could be serious. What this means going forward. For Green Bay, this was more than just a win, it was a statement. The offense showed it can make explosive plays, the defense showed it can suffocate an opponent, and Jordan Love proved capable of managing a big game without turning the ball over. For Washington, there are many areas needing work. Pass protection, finishing drives, establishing a run game, and keeping players healthy. Their performance in Lambeau Field underscores the gap they still need to close if they want to compete in their division and beyond. In short, the Packers didn't just win, they dominated, especially on defense, and did enough on offense to make the difference. If Green Bay can stay healthy, sustain this level, they'll be dangerous. The Commanders, meanwhile, have some urgent fixes if they want to avoid falling behind early in the season.